Hello, I am Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz on March 31, 2015, 12:21 a.m. Birmingham. Topic: White House, willful ignorance. This is exactly what the former defense secretary said today on Fox News and, of course, other channels. But he said the White House is lacking any sane leadership and is making policy day by day. There's an extreme ignorance problem. And I was going to throw something in, but I'm not. I'm going to leave it out. He said willful ignorance is coming from the U.S. John Kerry and Obama viewed as willful ignorance. Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Egypt, and some other countries are fighting right now. Not only are they fighting ISIS and the area, if Saudi Arabia is fighting, they're fighting for a really big reason. I don't think the prize is on the oil. I think the prize is on something else. And in part, they're afraid, and of course, who wouldn't be, that Iran will get the nuclear bomb. And while we sit and negotiate, John Kerry, right outside, they're burning, this is in Iran, they're burning the American and the Israeli flags. All in front of the cameras, and cameras are eating it up. They're doing it right here, and John Kerry's right over here speaking, negotiating. And this is insane. This is stupid. But there's other, of course, Israel knows that Iran is not to be trusted, not even a little bit. But the other countries are afraid of two things. One, of course, the bomb. They're not necessarily, I don't think it's the oil that they fear losing or fighting for. I think what they fear the most is the Black Stone of Mecca being destroyed by Iran and their cronies, as in the Houthis. But of course, Iran is supporting ISIS going through Iraq right now, and Iran is in there. If this continues for just a little while longer, Iran will be running Iraq. And but the Caliphate, no one mentions that. That's what is the biggest fear in my mind of the Muslim world. You think about it. If Iran gets it, then they control the Muslim world. That's 1.3 to 1.35 billion people in the world. And they can write their own ticket. They can do anything they want. And this is what they would do, given the chance. But they won't be given that chance. We all know clearly what the Bible in Ezekiel 38:39 says about Persia. God will wipe out 5 out of 6 of them that comes against his people. This battle's coming. I'm not sure you'll see a nuclear bomb in this battle. There will be a nuclear bomb in the future, because God also describes that while they stood on their feet, that their flesh melted from their bones and their eyes melted from their heads. This is before they were able to fall to the ground. So nuclear bomb is in the future, but I think that will be after we are gone. But here's another bigger prize. All this is begging, and it's begging someone, please come in. Someone, please bring some kind of peace. And he will. They will scream it out. After Obama, Iran gets defeated after their butts are kicked, after the Russians are defeated pretty bad, and as well as Syria and Egypt. This is after that when they will call for help. They're going to beg for help and beg for someone to bring them peace, and somebody will come. But before he signs on the dotted line, we are going to be taken out. Someone said it, and I read it last night, and I'll tell you in a later blog who it was. Well, I may have already said it in the last blog, but she had a vision, and it blew me away. It kind of took me back. She was in the sky and saw millions. She said, looked like tiny lights, just a tiny light, not a beam, but just lights moving just rapidly, thousands and thousands into the sky. And I believe what she saw was a rapture. And but I was told that last night, and very surprisingly, I was told by an 8-year-old girl. And I've got more to say about her later. But right now, we need to make sure that we're saved, but we also need to make sure we support Israel, because as it says today, Christians do, and the country as a whole will. But if Obama has his way, and Kerry and the rest of those guys on the liberal, we're going to be in deep trouble with God by not standing with Israel. I suggest we start doing it. But there's a lot going on, and I can't see that improving. I really can't. I can see that things will continue getting worse right on up through the end of this year, especially right around the last blood moon. Anyway, guys, there's a lot going on, and I honestly cannot see it being tamed down or calmed down just a little bit, because we no longer have a leader, and it's been this country that's been doing that for a long time, but we no longer have a leader that has the guts, that can't do it. He just can't. He's not capable of doing it. He's clueless. Jody Wolf, Expoz.